You are professional, you want to show up really great, yet in a moment you want to click that camera, go live, or you want to show up, you want to be yourself, something happen. And this something really stopping you from being yourself, from helping millions of people and change the world. So in today's webinar, I want us to change this. I want us to work over your fears. I want us to dive deeper into understanding on how you can work with your fears. And I'm going to base it on the science and on my own experience and on many other aspects which can help you and your clients to really change this world for better. So let's start the presentation, and I hope you will enjoy it. I would like you to ask the questions in the form below, or if you are watching the replay, just feel comfortable to send me the email. Let's start the presentation. So, oops, I'm sorry, I did it not from the beginning. So in today's webinar, you are going to learn the first layer of how get confident with camera. I'm absolutely recommending you to watch the first webinar because this is the continuation of the previous webinar. I'm not going to pitch you that much as in the previous webinar. You're already supposed to figure out if you want visibility gym or not. So in today's webinar, we are going to practice more. You're going to understand the reason why sometimes affirmations, visualizations, all the common recommendations which potentially may help people to overcome the fear of camera didn't work for you before. So if that's true for you, then absolutely 100% this webinar will show some light for the situation. So you're going to get more confident on camera and you're going to understand the way. So who this webinar is for? As I said, if you are camera shy, if you feel uncomfortable going live, if you feel that shaky, uncomfortable feeling, the palm sweats, you feel like all the body is so tense before you're going on a stage or before you want to show up on camera, before you want to speak publicly, or maybe you need to present something. If you feel physically uncomfortable, if you feel like your heart is just racing, if you feel that you want to cry, so this webinar will help you. You want to be confident and you want to be very strong and confident on discovery calls as well. Well, this webinar can help you with this too, because the confidence is such a thing that it's not just work with video, it works with everything. Because when I apply these methods for myself, I could see the huge difference. I've been creative director by that time, and talking to the boards of directors every single time was really difficult. But well, after this different type of confidence, it became so good. So if you are an experienced professional and you want to position yourself as an expert online and build your brand online, well, you may think that, okay, my hands are not shaking, I feel very comfortable, I'm okay with going live almost every single day, but nobody watching, nothing works for me, and well, I am a little bit recovering perfectionist, so I actually want to show up professionally. And this webinar is also for you, because understanding how your confidence works, how your charisma works, how to present on camera, this is where we start. So this is absolutely foundational piece of information for you, and I will recommend you to watch. This is not the right fit for you if you think that this webinar is magic pill, and if you think that there is anything in the world which can help you like momentarily become an expert on video. That will never ever happen. I'm really sorry to tell you about that. The truth is that video presentation and public speaking require a lot of work. It requires a lot of practice, and it requires a lot of self-discipline. So if you're not ready for that, just probably this webinar is not for you. There is no magic suggestions, all the science and a lot of work. So if you think that you really can hire somebody, that one day you will hire somebody, and I will tell you right now a couple of tech twists and tricks, and will tell you how to do things, and then magically you will hire somebody and these people will help you. Well, it's also not true, and then this webinar will not help you, because the truth is, the video, when you are speaking publicly, this is the only thing which you can't delegate. So this is the skill which you need to learn by yourself, and again, a lot of practice, a lot of work has to be done. If you're not ready for that, probably this webinar won't help. So let us now talk about camera confidence and the fears related to that. So when we talk about the camera confidence, it's often related to three ideas. And if you're experiencing the strong physical symptoms, and your body is trying to protect you, you're literally working against your own body, which is indicating that something is not safe. It's telling you video is dangerous, and we are going to talk why. Your reptilian brain, and in the previous presentation we were talking about the triune brain concept. I'm going to talk a few minutes about that in this presentation as well, but if you don't know what it is, please watch the previous webinar. So your reptilian brain is trying to protect you from death. The rejection equal death for your reptilian brain. That sounds weird, that's absolutely crazy, but the truth is that in that prehistoric era, when we were in tribes and stuff like that, we could be rejected by the tribe. And in this situation, predators will eat us, we would not feel comfortable, we would probably be dead pretty soon without the tribe. That's why rejection of the tribe means that. Also, on a pretty much physical level, the rejection of the female for a man means no reproduction, and a very similar thing for the woman. So in this situation, again, that means no reproduction, no success in continuation of the physical life of the body of the family, which is again their powerful but very natural primal instinct. And these same things, you may think, how is that related to the camera? The truth is, it is the pattern in your brain. Your brain thinks, okay, rejection means death. There are plenty of patterns which tell in your brain that if you will be rejected, you will die, or you will not reproduce, so your all ancestry and all that heritage will die because you will not have an offspring or something like this. So brain works in a very weird ways, and reptilian brain is mostly have that animal kind of thinking. So literally it's irrational. So we need to understand rejection means death. This is the biggest primal fear. So also your brain trying to protect your feelings. And when we talk about if you feel emotional, you feel like crying, laughing, feel like you lost your mind, that also happened, by the way. So you absolutely going to benefit from the third webinar, where we're going to talk about the emotional connection. In our fourth webinar, we are going to talk about the imposter syndrome, because if you feel the competition, if you feel that you have nothing to talk about, despite you are an expert, if you feel that everybody younger, better, stronger, smarter than you, and you feel like imposter, that's the neocortex, that's the logical brain, which is working against you, and there are different ways to work with these fears, and we're going to talk about that on the fourth webinar. So in today's webinar, we are focusing on the fear of rejection and your primer feelings, primer fears. So we are setting the foundation. Don't think that if your palms are not sweating, if your body behaving well, if you're feeling just right and stuff like that, don't think that this webinar will not help you, because we're setting up the foundational, the basement of the triangle, which will help you to be really confident with your presentations, with your business, and eventually will help you to make more money. So, and I want to introduce myself. I'm not going to introduce myself the way I did before. So Obviously, I'm Eva Wood, I'm business and brand creator, and I help purpose-driven entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs mostly, who want to brand their brilliance online, who want to help many people, want to tell their story, want to learn the visual storytelling. They want to scale their business because they are established, but they now want to expand. They want to talk to more people. They want to help, and they really want to look at feel and sound professionals because they have long experience. They really have something to say. They have some valuable message. The only problem which stops them, this is a lack of confidence online, because they are pretty confident in their offline business. Yet when they come online, when they come to social media, when they come to this live video presentations, it sounds really weird and they feel truly uncomfortable. So I help these fantastic people to really understand how to move on with that. I'm creative director, wanderer, artist, photographer, and traveler. So I want to share with you a little part of my story today, because we are talking about from camera shy to camera confident. So when we talk about this important thing, I've been there. So that sounds cliche, but the truth is I've been there, and that was really strange because I had all the experience with photography, with videography, with branding, with marketing. I knew how to do it. And literally, I wanted to start my video to work with my blog, which was pretty much successful, but I was always the girl behind the camera. So I was comfortable telling people how to be confident on camera before I become confident on camera. Because when I had a side hustle, the commercial photography studio, where I was photographing CEOs of the 500 Fortune companies, big people, big management, all this kind of top guys, believe it or not, these people also have a very strong fear of camera. In a moment you ask them to smile and pose for a newspaper, for the magazine cover, they stick. They're like, my God, I don't know. I don't know what to do. What should I do? And they really focusing on this guidance from the photographers. They want to understand what to do, but many photographers don't have the capacity or a coaching understanding how to help their clients to overcome this very strong fear. So the fear of camera is completely normal. So when we talk about this, and I was working with the 500 Fortune company CEO, and the problem was that he was very strong and powerful, and everybody were like really polite with him. Nobody could tell him exactly what to do. So I start joking with him. I start telling him how more comfortable he can feel and stuff like that. I will not tell you whole story, but the point is I helped him to relax, and in maybe 1 or 2 minutes he actually feel much better, because I took the leadership role in the situation. I helped him to pose in the right way. I helped him to understand his body language a little bit more, the goal of our photo shoot, and it helped him to relax. So today we're going to work on a very specific exercises which will help you to relax and move on with your goals. And that's really important to understand it and keep it in mind. Today we start with the foundation, but I've been there. I really been there. I had my first video with 148 takes and it was terrible. I was like absolutely stiff and my body language was really weird. So if you feel uncomfortable, it's okay. It's a skill which you can get even if you feel that your case is the worst scenario in the world. So I can tell you, if I can do it with my accent, with everything, who am I, with the fact that I'm an introvert, with the fact that I couldn't express myself in a way I usually communicate with people offline, and I'm pretty much animated in the offline world. So despite I'm an introvert, I'm comfortable cracking jokes and communicate with people in a variety of ways. But when I started with video, it was like completely different personality. It was not me. So my goal for this webinar, and obviously for my program Visibility Gym, to help you to find yourself, to be yourself on camera, and then from this start branding yourself, your own brilliance, being truly, undeniably, fearlessly yourself. Because this understanding of who you are will help you to help other people. Because when we are honest, when we are act in integrity with our own values, that give our message tremendous, tremendous power. So let's dive deeper in this interesting story. So first of all, I saw this issue with, wait a minute, I think, yeah, we will start from this part. So here are a few foundational things. I'm sorry, I was scrolling the things and I couldn't do that. So in this previous webinar, I'm just recapping the thing. The fear of rejection, just get a second. So the fear of rejection is a genetic memory, fear of death, the idea of not enough, the emotional brain, and what the the imposter syndrome. They're all related to three parts of the brain: reptilian, limbic system, oh my god, limbic system, and rational brain. So when we talk about the triune system, we're going to talk about this in a moment. Oh my god, what is going on? Just a second, guys. I think I set the moving of these slides automatically. No, it's set as manual, but anyways. So let's dive deeper in this. So what I want to show you, I told you all the story about the reptilian brain and how things work and stuff like that. So please watch the first webinar to understand what triune brain is all about. The idea is your brain had evolution, and the evolution started with reptilian brain, which is the primer brain, which is related to this flight and freeze and fight ideas. So literally it's responsible for your safety. So when we talk about this, I just want to show you how this reflect in the culture and how that reflect in the psychology, which you already know. So this is comparison between the very simplified Maslow pyramid and the idea which I was offering you in the first webinar. So in the bottom level of the Maslow pyramid, there are safety needs and psychological needs which people need to work on first. So these are the primer need. Before that will happen, they will not need anything above. So that exactly related to reptilian brain, and what need to be done to change the situation in this area, in this foundational domain, is actually action. You need to act to show your brain that it is possible, that it is safe, that it can be done, and that your brain will give you that I'm allow you to do this, whatever you want to do. So that's not only related to the camera, that's related to financial situation in your life, that's related to the shelter, that's related to primer needs, safety and physiological needs. So the second layer, and I put this in a second layer because in Maslow pyramid we have 5 layers or more depending on the version, but here I have 4 layers for both. So in second layer of the Maslow pyramid, there is a love and belongingness. So the sense of tribe, the emotional connection. And again, we talk about the limbic system. We talk about the connection with other species. We talk about the relationship now. And as you see in my pyramid of fears and what we do with these fears, emotions and visualizations, this what will help you to overcome the emotional fears. And we're going to talk about this in the next webinar. So Maslow pyramid works for us so far. Now, in the next layer is the esteem needs. And esteem needs, we talk about the hierarchy position in the society. We're talking about things which people, help people to understand that they are really important and they really make sense as person. And we are talking about the logic, the imposter syndrome, and we are talking about the neocortex. So I just show you two different theories, which are three even, which working together pretty well. The right pyramid is the way how you can use video and my methods to overcome the fears which are stopping you on your way to success in all these important aspects of your life, your physiological needs, your love and belonging needs, esteem needs, because if you have fears related to this aspect in one of these parts of the brain, in mammalian brain, in your neocortex brain, in your reptilian brain, in this situation you will have some issues. Probably you will have financial issues, probably you will have some issues with relationships, probably you will have some issues with work or business. So if you have these fears, they will not only stop in you with videos, they will also stop in you on all these levels. And the top of the pyramid of in Maslow situation is the self-actualization needs. Self-actualization needs is a lot related to the purpose and spirituality. And in my fear-based story pyramid, I'm talking about creativity and the secret tool video. As you see, the creativity is self-actualization need, is the need to be creative, spiritual. Again, we're coming together because video helping you with all of this is self-expression, is creativity. And when we approach our video not from the perspective of the some technology or some right or wrong things, we approach our video as a creative self-expression, then we start doing them right and attract people to our message. So the fear of camera starts from the fear of rejection. So the fear of rejection is one of the primary fears, often related to the genetic memory. Genetic memory sometimes is called the myth, semi-scientific theory, but if you will be kicked out from the tribe, you are doomed to die. So here's the thing, our body has the memory. And we are afraid of being rejected, because rejection, if we will not have food when we little babies or something like this, if we're left alone in a cold, these are all strong traumatic experiences. And many of us have many traumatic experiences related to the rejection or abandonment. And these things are so strong that it either genetic memory, either traumatic experience, either many other traumatic experiences in the teenage time of your life, or even when you were rejected at work, maybe you lost a job or something like this. So all these ideas will give your brain the reason. They will give your brain the reason that if you will be rejected, that will be really bad for your body, specifically if you react some weird way. So it's no longer the truth that you may die if you will be rejected, but your body still have this core belief and you really need to fight it. So the fear of rejection named one of the biggest fears, and I personally started several researches in different groups. Some other people also did this kind of researches, and I saw how often people talking about the fear of rejection. This is a very, very strong idea which stopping many people from getting into the into their potential, really. So when we talk about the service-based entrepreneurs who want to get success online, for them, specifically when they build their business around their personal brand, it's important to overcome this fear, to get financial strength, to be able to show up not just on camera, but also with your posts, because we have a lot of feeling that if you will start showing up and post too much, our friends will reject us. So we are posting lesser, we are not offering something. I had several students who couldn't look in a camera and they couldn't say how much their program cost on camera. And when they overcome this, it was such a celebration for me, because it's a very, very strong thing to talk about your business. Another student, and I will be talking about her, she was able to show up after the first challenge, but after some time she was able even to start her podcast, but she wasn't able to talk about her business. She felt uncomfortable. And after the last challenge, she was able to do that. She started inviting people to actually work with her, and it worked. So it's really, really amazing how much video confidence can help you in business and in life. So here is a core issue. The reptilian brain is irrational. To understand why affirmations, visualizations, tapping, many other things do not work. I know why tapping doesn't work, because I had several tapping clients who couldn't help themselves to overcome the fear of video. So in this part of the brain has 3 reactions. Only 3. So that's why it's very simple. So run, freeze, attack. So when you see the predator in the forest, you see the tiger, you have 2 options. You have an option to run, which is probably not the greatest idea, but somehow avoid the connection. You can freeze, which is very common situation. If you ever experience attack on the street or something like this, there are plenty of people who report that they were frozen. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't say anything. They couldn't shout or something like that. So freeze is a very common situation. And if you switch on the camera and you have no clue what to talk about, that's the case. So if you feel uncomfortable and you want to run, you avoid switching on the camera. Self-sabotage is the pattern which you will experience. If you want to attack, that's a different story altogether, because if you look at a tiger and you are well equipped, you can say, well, this tiger is going to be my dinner. And I love tigers, so don't kill tigers. But the idea is, let's say, predator. So if you see that predator and you can imagine that you're going to have that predator on dinner, that's a different story altogether. You're going to attack the danger. So this is the method to get the results, because in a moment you attack this danger, you sweep this kind of idea that this is dangerous. There is no longer run, there is no longer freeze. You are going to attack, you're going to do something to change the situation. And that's exactly what we are learning in this webinar. So in video, you're going to show up, you're going to teach your brain that it's safe. And it also gives you a little bit more of courage. You feel more confident eventually. And this will help your brain to draw new neural pathways to create this safety net, the idea that video is a comfortable and great thing for you. So I saw this issue with many of my clients. They did decide to actually be very disciplined. So they were very committed and they decided that that's a great idea. And in my challenge, I also ask people to commit. In the first video, they commit that they are going to accomplish the challenge. Yet after third video, usually the self-sabotage showing as they're saying like, well, I'm a little bit busy, so I will create 2 videos in a bunch. And that happened after third video, because they get a little bit more comfortable and now it's almost boring for them. So it's no longer tickling the courageous, that feelings and like, okay, that's now boring. And this is the moment when your brain telling you like, I'll get you at this moment. Skip one day. And in the moment you skip one day from the daily practice at the beginning, You don't need to do your videos all your life until the end every single day. No. To practice this, you will really need 63 days, according to Dr. Carolyn Lee. She said that 21-day practice, which I absolutely suggest you to do 21 days practice, this will be the bare minimum which will help you to change this habit. But she said that in first 21 days, you will overcome your fear. In the second 21 days, you will get more into comfort zone with this new situation. And in the third 21 days, you will turn it into mastery. You will turn it into habit. That's how 63 days way more effective than 21. So that's up to you what to do. But to create new neural pathways, you really need 21 or 63 days. So going live day by day without bunching, day by day, will help you to change the situation. And we are going to move on with the next part of this presentation. So yeah, if self-discipline is not enough, so what to do? For many of you will be like, oh, well, if I can't overcome it, and there are plenty of situations when people believe that on this self-discipline they can move 90 days. No, it doesn't work that way. They really need to know the solution. I'm going to give you the solution right now. First of all, there are 3 false concepts which are very popular on internet, and they're not really 100% false, but they are false if you are going to master your video situation. So when we talk about this, the first concept, I have to enjoy everything in my life, which is a good concept, but therefore I do everything with zero effort. And if I feel any type of discomfort, I shouldn't do it. I heard it from one of my clients, and it's really strange idea. That's really, really wrong. Because if you want to master anything, if you want to have any knowledge, any learning, valuable learning, you and specifically when we talk about things which are going to be your practical practice thing, like, you know, if you want to eat healthy, if you want to run, if you want to show up for your business on a daily basis, these things require a lot of work to build the habit. In the moment your habit is built, it's basically turned into the background, into the automation, and it's easy. You no longer need to struggle with that. But for 63 days, you quite probably need to pay attention. You have to be focused. You have to understand how to move forward. And you have to catch this momentum to move on for 63 days until it will become your habit. Then you can focus on the joy. You can focus on other things. So therefore, if you have that strong fear, and you believe that you have to enjoy it, there are ways to turn it. You need to think about this, that this is really joyful process. I always teach people to celebrate every single video, and we're going to talk about part of it in today's presentation in the practice section. But the point is, if you will do it without any effort at the beginning, it will work against you. So don't believe in that, and definitely you will need to work hard at the beginning for 63 days. I can do my live video unprepared. That's another very interesting concept, because this concept started with the vloggers, when people literally just show what they eat, what they do on a daily basis, and some of them become popular, but majority of them, 90%, didn't become popular. And when we see these top people who become popular, we don't know what really was behind that. It's probably a financial thing. They advertise their videos. We don't really know. Maybe they had some people who helped them with collaboration. So each story will be different. The thing is, with the amount of the bloggers, vloggers, people who share in their life on a daily basis, it's no longer interesting as it is. So you really need to have a little bit extra. So you have to be prepared. For your business videos, you need to know what you're talking about. You need to have your video structure. You need to understand how to create your titles so that people noticing them on YouTube. You need to use keywords, hashtags, a lot of technical things which will help you to put your videos on the top in this game and to the algorithm, and will help your advertisings work well. So you have to be prepared. It's a skill which has to be learned. We learn a lot of the things in Visibility Gym for sure, but you can learn the things by yourself as well. So there are plenty of free information. I spent the last 6 years learning the things all the time. So you also can spend 6 years learning all the things. You can go in Visibility Gym for 10 days. Learn half of that, what I learned. But the point is you have to be prepared. So live video is the meeting with your prospective clients. And just imagine that you're going to visit your client's office. So you want to see people offline. Will you be like no makeup, non-dressed, stuff like that? Probably never had shower before. I don't know. I think no. I think that if you are an expert, if you have a lot of experience in your life, and you probably worked in some big companies, you probably work with interesting people in your life, you always been prepared. And you came in time, you were prepared, you were dressed well. So this is important. Now, another important concept, which is really, really wrong. I can go live anytime. No, people have no clue that you are going live, and they probably have their own things going on. And many people tell me that anytime I go live, nobody is watching my live videos. And the truth is that at the beginning, when the live videos were popular, that was several years ago, it was something new. So people were curious. Novelty is always attractive. Right now, even though social media promoting live video as maximum as it possible, more than recorded videos, still it's good for your algorithm, it's good for your reach, but people are not watching live videos unless you prepare them. Unless you tell them I'm going live in 30 seconds or 30 minutes. Unless you tell them in advance in a week and give them the list of the videos which you're going to deliver. Unless you tell, you probably message your friends, or you probably send the email to your list that you are going live, and you invite people. In this situation, you will see increase of the people watching you live. Otherwise, know this, that according to the situation on social media, majority of the live videos are still watched by the replay viewers. It's really important to understand. So don't be caught by these three concepts. Be prepared, announce your live videos, and also absolutely 100% give an effort. Give best foot forward. Do your videos, do your visibility things, exercises with all your heart. It's so, so important. So just be prepared. So how to become camera confident. And now we come to the practical aspects. I'm just briefly share with you this little story. So live video is an absolutely powerful stimulus for your mind. And just to explain what we're going to do, first of all, I think that to help your brain to become confident, we really, really need to use video. So you need to become confident with the video by doing video, which is sounds counterproductive if you have such a strong fear that you can't do it. So you need to go live every single day, at least for 21 days or 63 days, as I was talking before. In Visibility Gym, I promise you that you will have the strong changes within 10 days, but that's a guided and a group thing, so it's different story altogether. Yet you can see some results if you will do daily videos by yourself. You don't really need to have the program. Time-wise, Visibility Gym is just 10 days. I personally did my 90 days video challenge on my page a long time ago, and it was absolutely fantastic. So I can recommend that to you as well. And I can guarantee you, if you will go live daily and you will be prepared, you will be disciplined, you will go live on a daily basis in the same exact day, you will see a lot of difference in your behavior, and you will see a lot of difference in your video confidence. So what we're going to do now. So first of all, if you experience, and today we're talking about the physical issues, right? When the palms are sweating, you can't do the things, we need to trick your brain. So we are going to do several practices which will help you to calm down your brain and avoid the self-sabotage patterns, because I spent 4 years doing 0 videos because I had this self-sabotage patterns. I was buying equipment, I was learning on any kind of courses, I was reading books on video and marketing. It helped me tremendously, so don't take me wrong. The point is that I didn't create any single video in 4 years, and I don't want that for you, because this is still the powerful medium. It's really powerful way to find out who you are. So start today and you will help more people. So let these people motivate you, and more importantly, love yourself with this video. This will be a really, really powerful thing for you. So we are going to talk about 3 things, in fact. First, and I'm going backwards relatively to the point number 3. So we are talking about focus, breathing, and treating yourself. So I will start with the first thing, the treating. You probably heard about the experiment with the Pavlov dog, and we all have the habit to build the habit based on the stimulus. And think about things which give you some serotonin, so some good vibe, good natural dopamine or serotonin, natural hormones of happiness. So think about anything what you like. Maybe you like walking in a park, and I'm not talking about sweets because this actually brings a lot of good things to you. So think about some nice but healthy food. Think about treating yourself for the cinema, treating yourself for the spa, treating yourself with a cup of tea. So think about something which really, really feel great for you. And let this become your treatment. So in a moment you create the video, doesn't matter it was successful, not successful, you create your first videos, treat yourself with something good. Just like you would do with your dog. It sounds probably even offensive, but the point is that when you create this powerful stimulus, this activity give me this nice treatment, your brain will start changing the idea that the video is the bad thing. Because even if nobody watched your video at the first place, I mean, when you were live, which is sometimes even pleasurable because, okay, nobody saw my mistakes, good. So if nobody watched your video live, you will still giving yourself treatment. In this situation, the pleasurable experience will have more meaning than unpleasurable. So we start with treatment. Celebrate every single video and give yourself a little treatment. Now we're going to do the exercise. So when we talk about the exercises, the first one, and this is the very strong exercise for mindfulness. This exercise usually helping to patients with anxiety. And what happened when you want to go live? What happened when you want to create the videos and you want to show up as an expert? You want to attract someone and you have that fear of rejection. Your body start experiencing a lot of negative emotions. You feeling like the outer body experience. So what therapists usually suggest, they say that change your focus from your mind, which is anxious and crazy and jumping like crazy rabbit, towards your body. Because body is stable, body is fine, and what you need to do, just sit like me with your hands on your laps, your feet on the floor, not crossed. Everything is just straight. Your back is straight. Feel where you sit, the chair and stuff like that. And I will ask you, in a moment you feel anxious, for example, you doing your videos in a sitting position, just sit like that and put your legs on the floor, feel your fingers, the toes, feel how your feet are connected to the ground. Then pay attention to your knees. Go above and just see how your hands just comfortably sitting on your laps. You're like feeling great, comfortable, breathing, but we'll talking about breathing in a second. Just absorb this experience. Nothing has to be done. Now, feel your spine. Feel how your bottom is connected to the chair. Just even move your bottom a little bit and your feet on the floor a little bit. Feel that connection. Feel your hands on laps. Just move them a little bit. Feel it like you are in the body. Feel your shoulders, right, left, your chest, right part, left part, your head. And then pay attention to your eyes, to your ears, to your nose. Just feel what is going on in your body. Now, the very simple exercise which will help you just when you sit like this to really be more focused, and I'm going to show it to you, this exercise. I hope I will not break my microphone. So it looks like it's simple exercise, but it's not. Even I can do it properly. So I will just show you and you will try the idea. So what we do, we create a fist with one hand and another hand, which is like below there, it's straight. So I'll try to look back, but my camera will be a little bit unfocused, but you will see everything. So do like that. And then you change the situation and the top hand is with fist and the bottom hand is straight, as you see. And then start doing this. And it will be like very easy when you do it slowly. But now increase the speed. And if you do it together with me, you will feel the faster you do it, the more difficult it will become. And pretty soon you might experience when you will you will forget which hand have to be with the fist and which hand has to be straight. So do this exercise on a daily basis, because this is the very powerful way to change the attention of your body from the anxiety towards this very physical, very simple exercise. You can even do this exercise when you put your hands, you put your fist in a very, very strong pressure, as if you want to kick someone. So you just make a lot of pressure in your hands, pressure, feel that pressure, and then relax, relax, relax your hands. And then feel the very strong pressure, and then relax, relax, relax. If you will do this with all your body, learn how to relax your body, learn how to tense it on purpose, it will help you to get very strong connection with your body at first, which is very, very powerful. Also, it will help you to change the focus from the nervous, anxious feelings towards the body, which is calm, comforting, and stuff like that. Now, the exercise number 2. The exercise number 2 is about breathing. Here, what your mind thinks. Your mind literally thinks that when you going to have this attack or predator is running after you, automatically your body act as if danger is happening. So what happened, you start breathing briefly, You start breathing in that upper level breathing. So you breathe in with your chest and you breathe in very quickly. If you ever had these issues with running or some quick movement, maybe you were jumping, you can feel that you have the shortage of breath. So this is exactly the situation. So when you're nervous, your body starts reacting to that. Your heart is like super active, your breathing is short, and you're like, this is what happening when you have the panic attack or anxiety or the strong fear. So to explain your brain that everything is just okay, even if you don't have the strong feelings, but to explain your brain that there is no attack and it's completely safe experience, you need to do the opposite. So you need to show to your brain that everything is just fine. For that, you will need to low down your breathing. That will be diaphragmatal breathing, when you breathe with your stomach, when you breathe with the lower part of your body like babies do. So you will breathe like this, and you will breathe very slowly. So slow down your breathing as much as it's possible. And along with that, I'm suggesting you to combine this breathing with the mindfulness exercise. This is an exercise which my yoga teacher taught me and millions of other people, because he is a champion of the world on yoga sport. So he was teaching this exercise as a preparation for the meditative state of mind. Very powerful. So what we're going to do, you turn your right, you turn your head left, and from here you breathe in very slowly, and then you turn your head in the middle and you breathe out, and then you turn your head right and then you breathe in, and then you turn your head in the middle and you breathe out. And you can close your eyes and doing it as slow as it possible. And as you see, I'm breathing out in all the process. When I turn in my head, I'm breathing out. I finish my breathing out here. I slowly turn my head, breathe in, breathe out here. Now, in a moment you relaxing and you breathing very slowly, your mind start working differently, and you use also rhythmic movement of your head. Breathe in, breathe out. And if you are very anxious or have some panic attack or something like this, it will be difficult to trick your brain first. So what you need to do, you need to put your hand on the chest and the other hand on your stomach, somewhere around navel. And there you really need to feel how you breathe in and breathe out. Ideally, your chest not supposed to move. Because I was talking to you, I could sense that my breathing is actually not there, still on top somewhere here. So breathe in. So when you do it right, it will calm down you very quickly. And then by the end of this exercise, I would recommend you to slow down even more. So you're moving your head slowly and breathing slowly, but slow down it even more. The slower you move your head, the slower you do this exercise, the stronger relaxation will become, and it will require you less than 5 minutes. So it's a very powerful exercise, and your body will feel truly relaxed. One important thing, if you have very narrow jeans or something like this, I would recommend to unbutton them for this situation, because many times we can't breathe because something is right here in the diaphragmal area, and it's just literally blocking our way to breathe with the stomach. So this is another thing. Uncomfortable clothes can cause you the anxiety attack. That sounds weird, but it's true. So be very mindful and breathe slowly. Then when you put yourself in this state, when your mind is really calm, and you will feel it very quickly, you can see if you want to go live confidently, because sometimes we are so relaxed at that specific moment that we are no longer feel that we want to go live. So we feel really relaxed. We probably want more meditation or something like that. So instead of procrastinate even more, I would recommend you to either dance, either do some jumping jacks, or any kind of quick aerobic exercises, like 1 minute or 2 maximum. This will help you to rise your vibration very quickly, and you will be calm and happy on your videos. And remember this: first, you celebrate every single video in your mind if it is heavy duty, and you believe that the duty will take time from your kids, from your family, or something like this. Again, your mind will protect you, because it's not safe to do things which take time from your kids or spouse or something. It's really important to celebrate every single video and understand the value of every single video for your clients and for you, because for you it's practice, it's it's the ability to position yourself as an expert, have success in the business. And well, when I had this kind of feeling that I must go live, that happened when I had my first 30 days challenge. It was really uncomfortable, and I didn't feel like I want to do my live videos. I felt like I really want to relax, I want to stop the challenge, I really wanted to quit. So instead of that, I decided that every single video which I'm creating in the challenge is the greatest celebration of all. So to fix it, actually, I was dancing before. I was like, yeah, I'm going live. That's so amazing. That's an exercise. I put my makeup, I dress up, and it was really wonderful, as if I meet with the best friends ever. But we are going to talk about these methods in our upcoming webinar, because that's already emotional treatment. So the emotional treatment is a little bit different. That's why I say we need to combine all three. But the foundational thing, when you learn how to calm yourself down and then raise yourself up and really control this emotional shifts in your body, this will help you in a very quick way. Because if you will start doing these exercises and going live, your confidence will be very strong within the next 63 days. I can guarantee you that the change which you will see if you will do this regularly. Now, if you will stop doing videos after 63 days, this is also interesting thing. For many of my students and for myself as well, when I didn't use my video for several months, it was time, I felt that I really need to re-practice. But when I build the strong foundation, when I build my skill, I really need a couple of videos to get back on track. So you need to spend some time, 63 days or so, to actually get this muscle. That's why I want to invite you to Visibility Gym, because Visibility Gym is exactly the program to build your visibility muscles. And let's talk about this. So why Visibility Gym is different from many other challenges and programs. So first of all, of course, you will receive knowledge based of my own 20 years of experience in branding, marketing, advertising industry. So I wasn't just a designer or freelancer. I was working in the big agencies. I did work with huge companies, and I also did work with individuals. So this part of knowledge will be somewhat delivered to you. Also, I have almost 12 years of academic art education. That's why I focus so much on creativity in my challenge. So it's really different than all of the other challenges, which are only marketing challenges, which are giving you 2 or 3 standard ideas on the tech. That's it. Also, I did run several commercial photo studios, so I will give you a lot of ideas about cinematic videos, cinematic approach to your marketing in general, visual storytelling. So you will learn a lot more than just video. Also, challenge is focused on the human to human conversations. When I see the students who are connecting and they are from all around the world, and I see how they're commenting on each other posts, it's so exciting. I'm so proud of them, and they love each other. I know they know each other, introduced to each other through videos, and connection built through video is really strong. Also, Visibility Gym is powered by Math Method, which I teach in all of my programs, and this is a holistic approach. When we work with mindset, audience, technology, hero journey, storytelling, and the strategy, and you will have the ability to win the strategy call with me was $300. So literally, if you will win it, and for that you just need to accomplish challenge first. Just do every single video every single day. That's it. So, well, you basically will get more than you pay. So I want to share with you the story which is very dear to my heart, and this is a recent comment from Instagram. So Christine is phenomenal, fantastic therapist. She absolutely knows her job. She is so kind and so sweet. And when she joined Visibility Challenge, she didn't even know how to create live videos. So she was really uncomfortable with this, and she had a lot of tech issues at the beginning. But she is absolutely fantastic in following the instruction. But today I want to share a little bit more about her story, because recently we had interview in my group, and she shared how she wanted to go on stage, and how that was such a traumatic experience for her. It was difficult for her to overcome this anxiety. And her practice started with her own anxiety, which she overcame. Now she has over 7 years of learning, practicing, and doing things, helping people to overcome their anxieties and fears. But that's all started with her fear of stage. So I'm very proud of her, that a part of the fact that she was able to not only manage all the tech part in the first challenge, also she started her own podcast. She also learned a lot about how to run her Instagram differently. She's very talented in photography. In her next challenge, she had the goal for herself. She wanted to start talking about her business, because majority of her connection was she talking about other people's businesses, and she felt uncomfortable. She was feeling that she's like imposter. She was feeling that probably something is stopping her from showing up as an expert, probably not worthy enough or something like that. But also because she had that anxiety feeling, she also had the sabotage patterns, which were not very helpful for her. But after this second challenge, she managed to start inviting people through the video to her business, and I'm extremely proud of her, because she sounds differently. She has such a wonderful voice, such an elegant presence, and it's such a treasure to see her on video and on her photography. Such a confident lady, and obviously she's already helping more people, because well, when you are showing up, when you talk about your business, it's really powerful. This is what she was commenting recently, and that was about this specific webinar. Lovely Eve is gem. You went from rabbits in headlights to relaxed koala in front of the camera. I love this kind of wording, and thanks to her. Put this in your diary and join. So I think that this is one of the biggest proofs that the person who actually had anxiety and consciously work on this anxiety for many years also able to go live and had some success with camera. She still have her learning curve. She still is practicing video. She still is learning how to be more open about her business, but she's doing it step by step, and that's what you need to do. 21 days of videos for yourself on your own page, or 63 days on your own page or on your own profile will change a lot for you. I want to encourage you to go live every single day for 63 days and see the difference by yourself, because this experience is life-changing, and I want that for you. I don't really care if you buy from me or not. What I truly want for you, that you get this fearless approach for your videos, when you can attract more people to your business, when you can connect with people differently and really change the world for better. Because I know you guys, coaches and experts, you are such an exciting people who really have fantastic causes, fantastic reasons to be in this business. And the truth is that you need to be motivated for that. And this challenge, this activity can help you to be more visible, to attract more people, to connect with more people, more importantly, to connect with you. Now, the rejection factor. I just told you the whole webinar about how to overcome the fear of rejection and become confident on camera. So if the lighting is stopping you, I will give you solution as well. If you want to have specific guidance to improve your video and put them on a very different, more professional level, or just overcome the fear of camera. So visibility gym work for different types of people. It work for people who are really scared to go live and they are able to overcome the fear. And also it did work for very experienced people who actually promoted their business before for many years with videos. Still, from the first visibility gym, they learn a lot of things. So I'm really sorry, my throat is already blocked. So what I want to ask you, please be subscribed for the third webinar. We are going to talk about the emotional fears which are stopping you, and we are going to talk about how you're building the emotional connection on camera and overcoming your emotional fears, such as I'm not good enough. Will anybody listen to me if I have terrible accent, if I'm not looking right, if I'm overweight, if maybe my interior is not luxury enough or exterior is not luxury enough. So the emotional fears of I'm not enough, I'm not worthy, the emotional fears of not being belonged, not being loved. We are going to talk about this on the next webinar. So stay tuned. I hope to see you there. We're already over an hour online. If you have any questions, feel comfortable to send me the email and I'll be happy to answer your questions either with the video in my group or in person. So let me know what do you think, and I will see you on our next webinar. Bye bye.